You are sitting in the heavy silence of your room, staring at a phone that has become a weapon of your own emotional destruction. You've spent months or years in the begging cycle, sending that second text, over-explaining your worth, and chasing the phantom of her validation while your own masculine soul slowly withers away today. The tragedy of the simp protocol is that it is biologically impossible for a woman to be attracted to a man she can outweight. When you are constantly reaching out, you are signaling that your internal social value is lower than hers. You are broadcasting a frequency of depletion that suggests you have nothing else of value. You aren't just being nice. You are suffering from a dopamine-driven obsession that is fueled by your frequent releases. When you leak your seed, you lose the nervous system armor required to handle the tension of silence. You become twitchy, impulsive, and desperate for the hit of her reply to feel. According to the principle of least interest, the person who is least invested in a relationship has the most power. By retaining, you are physically shifting your investment from her back into yourself. You are building an internal empire that makes a no reply feel like a minor footnote rather than a very dark. Reference the anxiety attachment loop. When a man is retained, his vagus nerve is more resilient. He doesn't feel the gut punch of being ignored because his body is full of its own androgenic validation. He stops begging, not because he is playing a game, but because he literally no longer. The dark psychology of this shift is that she will feel the change in the energetic tug of war. For months, you were the one pulling. The moment you stop the leak and start retention, you drop the rope. The sudden lack of pressure from your end creates a psychological void in her. Imagine a world where she is used to the constant static of your attention. When that static stops, she is forced to confront the silence. In that silence, her fear of loss is triggered. She begins to wonder if you've found someone else, or worse, if you've finally found. Most men fail because they break during the first 48 hours of the silence. They think the game isn't working. They don't realize that retention isn't game, it is physics. You are building the mass that creates gravity. You cannot rush the movement of a planet. You must just. The twist that changes your reality is that respect is the foundation of desire. A woman cannot desire a man she does not respect, and she cannot respect a man who begs. By choosing your seed over her seen notification, you are reclaiming the respect that is the very. To master this dark psychology, you must implement the ghost protocol immediately. You must delete the drafts and silence the notifications. You must move into a state of absolute non-reaction. If she reaches out, you are polite but short. You are no longer her emotional entertainment or very. Practical framework step 1, the digital blackout. Move her conversation to the bottom of the list. Do not check her status. Your retention gives you the prefrontal control to stay away from the dopamine slot machine of her social media. You are a man of the mission and end. Practical framework step 2, the surplus mindset. Remind yourself that as long as you are retaining, you are in the top 1% of men. You are a rare commodity. If she doesn't see that, it is a market error on her part, not a value error on yours. Stay. Practical framework step 3, the mission pivot. Every time you feel the urge to text her, do 10 pull-ups or work on your side hustle. You must transmute the social anxiety into physical growth. You are turning her coldness into your gold. You are the master of the expectation reset. The goal of no begging isn't to get her back. It is to get you back. If she returns to a different man, a man who is full and sovereign. If she doesn't, you are already too busy conquering your world to even notice the reality of the sovereign man is that he is terrifying to the average person. He cannot be hooked by his loins. He cannot be managed by his emotions. He is a wild force that has been tamed only by his own will. He is the master of. You will notice that she starts testing you with breadcrumbs, a random like or a hey after weeks of silence. This is her probing, your retention wall. If you leap at the breadcrumb, you prove you are still a beggar. If you ignore it, you prove you. The world wants you to keep begging, because a man who is obsessed with a woman is a man who isn't disrupting the status quo. By reclaiming your attention, you are becoming a threat to the matrix. You are a man who has opted out of the validation economy, and you might feel a sudden surge of power when you realize you haven't checked your phone in 6 hours. This is the birth of the king. You are no longer waiting for life to happen to you. You are happening to life. You are the cause, not end. Tears of savage freedom might hit you when you realize that she was just a mirror for your own self-doubt. Now that the doubt is gone, the mirror is just glass. You have found the inner light that no one can ever take away from you again. The suspense of your phone-free life is the realization that you are available to greatness. Because you aren't begging for a text, you are open to a vision. You are the alchemist of the silence, and the gold you are making is your own holy end. Your relationships will become stoic in the best sense. You are present when you are there, but you are gone when you are not. This polarity is what keeps the fire of attraction burning for decades. You are the flame, and she is the one, and this is the philosophy of the detached. You are moving beyond manipulation and into truth. You are treating your attention as a high-value asset that must be earned through consistency and respect. You are the master of the seed and the captain of the end. The emotional weight of no begging is the feeling of pure self-reliance. You know that your happiness is not cloud-based, it is hard drive-based. It is stored in your own dopamine-resilient brain. You are the master of the soul and the captain of the. But the danger is in bitterness. Do not stop begging because you hate her. Stop begging because you love yourself. If you carry rage, you are still attached. You must move into indifference, the final boss of the dark psychology of attraction, and very deep and in. One moment of weak texting can reset the mystique you've built over 40 days. You must be the sentinel of your own dignity. You are choosing the silence of the wise over the noise of the fool. You are choosing legacy over lust every single. Your journey is a psychological resurrection. You have proven that a man can unsimp himself through the power of biological integrity. You are the alpha of your own life, a man who has finally, beautifully, and eternally found the way to stand on his own. The suspense of the next notification is gone. You don't care. You are engaged in the grand game of your own ascension. You are the master of the focus, the captain of the calm, and the one who has finally, beautifully, and eternally learned to. As the sun sets on your beg-free day, you stand in the absolute peace, a man who is finally free. You are the retained man, the psychological sovereign, and the one who has finally, beautifully, and eternally found the way to lead through his own nothingness. The final silence of this script is the silence of complete control. No typing, no waiting, just the steady, rhythmic pulse of a man who is finally full of himself. You are the master of the soul, the captain of the focus,